Hey guys, this is Glory here with Matchless Gaming. Right here, we're just going to be commentating real quick on a structured PvP match I was in with my warrior, running a great sword rifle. It's a relatively offensive build, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily a full glass cannon, but you do have to play to your strengths, and in this case, play slightly defensive when necessary. So we go ahead and start off, which is the conservative route. We take our base, and then the three of us, of course, move up on this guy, Chieftain. Quite a few points for him. Now, even though I could have killed him quicker, I opt not to, and I conserve my cooldowns because there's really no reason for me to blow all my cooldowns, especially when no enemy's coming. If you looked when I charged him, I positioned so I could see if there was any enemy coming, well, unless they were stealth. So it's a relatively easy kill, save my cooldowns. I take a bit of damage, but I'll recover before I enter the next fight, so it's no big. Moving up to keep here. As you can see, we all have that green orb, so we were able to get a buff, check the map, just, some situational awareness. Now, my class isn't the most sturdy class in the game, so I'm not just going to charge in there. That's just foolish. So I'm going to wait a little bit, choose my target, and go in. It's a quick little burst here, and then I quickly switch to the rifle and used its channeled ability to finish him off. Now, I get interrupted before the finish, knock that guy back, and then I go to finish this guy off. So I took a lot of damage here. I have to line of sight, so I heal real quick and I immediately start moving. I dodge roll. I'm going to use my rush ability. I'm going to spin. I'm going to do anything I can to stay out of the line of sight of these guys and use the mobility of my class. It can help give you survivability where you might not have them. See that beam? I'm still being chased. So I'm like, okay, I have to line of sight here. My heal's up. Line of sight takes priority though. And he doesn't see it coming. I charge him back. Now, see, he's hit here. I immobilize and I start using my rifle burst. He dispels it, but he still takes a 9k hit. Now, I'm still low, so I'm still going to play conservatively. I've got teammates, so I'm going to drop down, heal a bit, go back up, and go for the finish. At this point, even though they got a couple points, we're sitting pretty strong. We got 2 bases. I feel pretty confident about this. I'm not full health, so I'm going to use my rifle for a bit. I got immobilized there. I'm actually not entirely sure how, but it happens. I'll immobilize this guy. Start DPSing. Pretty standard fight. You want to make sure you stay on him. I switched to my rifle because he made some distance. There's no reason for me not to utilize my second weapon. Now, I knocked him back there. Not entirely sure if I should have, but I followed it up with the burst skill, so I was able to get the kill on this guy. As you can see, I see some red there. So that means they're moving for our base. I'll go defend. After a quick look, I see there's no one there, and I opt to move. So this is just a matter, like I mentioned, it is structured PvP, so I'm not in mumble or ven or anything like that with my teammates, so I'm just having to kind of improvise, and see what's best in this situation. Since I saw a lot of red over there, even if we do hypothetically lose a base, it's not really that hard to neutralize a base, so I might as well just cut down on their points. So here's a thief. It's going to be a quick one. See, I use my rush first because, if they dodge roll out of my frenzy, it can be pretty devastating. So I'll fake him or juke him with a fake charge, then use my bull's charge. Now, that particular guy wasn't too great because I hit him with both my charge and my bull's charge. But as you can see, that was a pretty quick kill. One thing against thieves that's really useful is the warrior talent. When they're at 25% health, or you hit someone at 25% health or less, you get frenzy or increased animation timer. That allows you to stomp them while they're down. It doesn't allow them to do their nonsense, to be honest. Now, I get turned into a little Moa here. I'm not just going to stand there and take damage. That's retarded. So I'm going to line of sight. That guy's at low health. I'll heal back, and I'll come back into the fight. Now, mind you, the base still hasn't been neutralized, or still hasn't been taken at this point. It's still neutralized. Right there, I actually get fooled by a mesmer and shoot over stun me. Pretty embarrassing, to be honest. This little engineer turret has been getting on my nerves, so I take that out too. Work to focus on the bases. And here's the engineer.
I feel good.
So now that guy tried to do my fake too, as I just mentioned a moment ago, the charge into the bull's charge, but he actually is able to stop me. Now I charge down, I force him down. I'm going to CC him. Now luckily my ally comes down to help me out here. So between my allies' res and my number 4 ability, I'm actually able to get up, which actually is pretty surprising. But hey, that's what teamwork's about. So now this engineer finds 2 people on him, and he's the one running, which is a bit more enjoyable, to be honest. So I'm just going to stick with him for a bit. Still, as you see, I try to make my way to stand on the base, because we still have not taken this base. Now he's the one on the base, so... Here comes a Necro adding on to the fight. As you can see, this is a bit of a team fight now. This is actually a really good place to be in. It's a tactic that you're going to be seeing a lot, especially in the structured PvP scene, is if you can get a head start on them, if you force them to fight on their base, near their spawn, then basically they either keep the score stagnant or they don't allow themselves to recover from a potential deficit. Now, I don't think we thought it through that well, to be totally honest. This was mostly just us fighting for their base. But it's still to your advantage, and in any tournament play, it's something that's often going to be utilized. Here's another situation. I'm taking quite a bit of damage. I try to switch to my rifle there. Get a pretty good shot off, but I'm still taking a lot of damage, and to be honest, I'm just outnumbered here. So I'm going to try to heal. Probably should have healed sooner. I off CC that guy, and I'm back in the fray. Good, nice damage there. Try to throw my weapon. I'm down. But someone gets killed, which means I'm back. I got all those birds on me, which means some rangers saw me. So I'm going to heal up. As you can see, I'm not getting away from this. So I try to fight my best. I get down here. Now, this engineer I probably should have knocked down sooner. A little bit slow on it. Stumps me. It's unfortunate. It happens. And back into the fight I go. Now, that was my first death, and we're already at 430 points, so we're already pretty good at this point, to be honest. But, you know, I know the action's going on over there. I don't want to just rush into the fray. I'm going to try to play tactically here. So I go for a near base, thinking maybe I'll face a 1v1, maybe a 2v1, who knows, but let me neutralize this base quickly. I check the map to see which bosses are up. Just basically get a good feel. It's always good to, you know, look around, check your surroundings, check your map. It can really help you out, especially in games like this. You guys have seen it even in this video. If a warrior comes in, bulls charges, and uses a frenzy and 100 blades, you know, different classes can do similar things where you're going to take a lot of damage. So there's really no reason for you not to pay attention. Now, Chieftain here, if I kill this guy, game's over. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my trait for Last Stand, so I don't have stability, so he knocks me down there and actually jacks me up pretty bad. This is unusual. He usually doesn't do quite this much damage to me. But, hey, I use my rifle, get my distance, and it actually looks like he's going to end up killing me, which he does. But, hey, I'm downed, and I can finish him.
Your team is
and that's a wrap. I'm going to have some other videos come out. You guys have a good one.